Hey, shalom, shalom. How you doing? I got my voice back pretty decent. You can understand what I'm saying. And I just want to talk with you, beautiful folks here for a little bit. Just want to share some things been on my mind. I look at this world. Oh, before we get into it, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. I need you. I need you to do that. Need to get up to 1 million plus subscribers so we can really get this cracking. Over here on this channel, we ain't into the slapstick madness. We into some thinking, some high level dialogue that you can put your mind around and start thinking about. So go ahead and subscribe, to the channel, and we be talking about a bunch of stuff. I'm getting more and more into the cycle of putting the link up where people can click in and come on and sit and talk with me, share whatever you got to share. Okay? I had a good brother on couple last video. Brothers say they call him mathematics. Real positive, and I'm really feeling the love. I appreciate it. Brother before that, um, he shared something touched my heart. He said his parents listen to me. He said that just when I was explaining. I don't like to curse because cursing, it's like narrow your audience because everybody don't want to hear all that cursing. You can talk intelligent, explain yourself without having to do all that kind of cursing. It's like you cuss to fill in words that you don't have, and it make you look ignorant, like you just don't know a bunch of stuff. You just cussing. Then sometimes people curse because it's like when you say some curse word, it's like it put that extra on it, like you mad and you curse. But no, not over here. I don't like to do that over here because uh, I want to keep my parents listening. Brother said that his parents listen to me, and I want to keep them listening. But you know what? I like to invite them on the show, the parents. Her brother parents, man. I think his last name is Tiblet. I know it began with a T. I think it's Tiblet. And if he was on there, invite his parents on. We can sit down and talk, man. I think that'd be nice. Anyway, hit the subscribe button for me. Nubian King. Go ahead, hit the like button because the more people like the video, the easier other people to find it on them. Be easier. And then the bell, notification bell. When I go live, when I do from my office in Ashkelon, Israel, right next to the beach. That's where I do my live. And then we get to going. I want to share some thoughts with you about what I'm seeing taking place right now on planet Earth. All this noise. And if you are not aware, U.S. government is really, really, really up to some bullshit, like on another whole level. Nancy Pelosi is the Speaker of the House. You know that Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, this 80-plus-year-old white woman in the United Snakes of America government, is the third highest political leader in the government. You had the President Biden, you got Vice President Kamala Harris, and then the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. She's the third highest ranking government official in America. And she's over 80, right? And when you see her walk, she kind of puts you in the mind of an old woman walking, and the number one concern is not falling down. That's what she looked like she was walking. And then she wear high heels. She be dressing now, but come on, mama. At what point is your mind gonna say, it's time to retire, let me play with the great grandkids? I know she's old enough, she got some great grandkids. I'm just assuming, I'm just throwing it out. I know she got some grandchildren, but I think her grandchildren don't have children. She's 80 some years old. That ought to fit right, yeah. I get home today, I can look and see if she done had some great grandchildren. But it's like, man, I'm 61. And I love to be retired with a nice fat bank. I'm sitting somewhere in the South Pacific chilling like a big diggity dog, sipping on something cold, a nice tropical drink. It ain't got to be no liquor. And I don't drink beer, you know. I'm working to get this stomach off because I've drunk enough beer in my life. So it's time to get this beer gut off me. So I ain't gonna be drinking no beer, but it'll be something nice and fruity, you know, cause tropical island, man, you snatch a coconut off the tree, beat it up, boom. You got fresh coconut juice. You know what I'm saying? You sit on the beach and just chill. And you talking about you 80 still running in and out of the White House, stressing yourself out, talking all kind of bullshit, not doing nothing but running around the world. Here she is, Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House, going to these little countries. All right, but a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, they had this real secret meeting. Now, first of all, you can't say it was a secret meeting and you're broadcasting this stuff the meeting all over the world. What's secret about it? What's secret about it is what they talked about. When they tell you they had a secret meeting, don't even say secret meeting. Say they had a meeting that what they talked about was a secret, because we don't know what they talked about. You know what I'm saying? Just like back in the day when they had that meeting on Jekyll Island and put together the Federal Reserve, and then when the Bilderbergers met in the hotel, everybody knew they was meeting up there, but everybody didn't know what they was talking about. So when you say secret meeting, how in the world is a secret meeting and everybody in the world know about it? What's secret about the meeting is what they talked about. So Nancy Pelosi and some other government agency officials, heads, all of them was head of these different agencies, FBI, GBI, CIA, all the CIA. So they met in this underground bunker that is supposed to be totally impenetrable with any type of listening, surveillance, sound, anything. So it's underground, which that present an issue with the dirt and all the different auras and so forth, being able to get a signal in and out of there. Then they encased the place with like lead and different metals, so no signal can go nowhere. And they do a whole type of body scan, metals, whatever, so you can't sneak nothing in there. Because what they gonna talk about up in this room between them is really above top secret. That's what's secret about the meeting. But the meeting itself wasn't secret. We know they had the meeting, but we don't know what they talked about in the meeting. Now, Nancy Pelosi herself, she didn't use it to Blinken, who's the Secretary of State, and use the Secretary of State as a dude that's running all over the world, talking and meeting with other government officials. He didn't make the trip. Nancy Pelosi did herself, right? So my thinking is, first of all, this woman 80 years old, man, and she up here flying all over the world, getting in these countries. After this big meeting, the big 8 folks, went down in the hole and talked. Now she flying around the world. And you have to consider now, when they moved the president, it cost big money, because it's like a hospital move. They have doctors and nurses and surgeons and medical specialists, and all type of medicine ready for any type of emergency, even up to a major surgery when the president moved. That's like a hospital move with him, right? Then you got the security detail, all the weapons and all the different agents that's working with him. The beast, that big vehicle, and the fuel, and other stuff, and then the military and where they're gonna take the president. They went in, you don't even know how long before they go in and make this like secure corridor that they bring the president in. So moving the president around is a major ordeal, is big money. Vice president too is a major ordeal. And then the Speaker of the House, same thing. It's a major ordeal moving her around. But not as intense as the president, maybe the vice president, right? Moving them around. But anyway, she jumping around the world after this meeting. And she chumming up with these heads of state. Why? But the meeting took place, one day the meeting with Nancy Pelosi and these guys in the basement in the hole over there, whatever they call it, took place like one day before Xi Jinping of China, head of China, and Vladimir Putin, head of Russia, meet. These guys, they road dogs now, you know. And so now here America bouncing all around the world, Nancy Pelosi representing the U.S. government. One day before the big dogs meet over there, they hang heads about something. Well, I reason to think that whatever plan they had over there, America dealing with Ukraine, Russia, and all that, it ain't going too good. Because whenever you get a big dog out like that, Nancy Pelosi moving around, it kind of tells me you're in a panic mode. You're in a real concerned state that your plan ain't going the way it's supposed to. And so you so concerned, instead of sending your lower ranking puppies around, you want the big dog to go. Because this got to happen. Other than that, if it don't work, man, we done. And so what I want you all to consider, the war that we're already in. Yeah, America, they're already at war with Russia. It's not the type war that we're used to seeing, like Vietnam, Afghanistan, Korea, you understand, where you shooting and your enemy pop up, you shooting him, you shooting everybody back and forth, something like some of the Wild Wild West Indian movie. It ain't that kind of war. Do you all know that 8 of Russia's top men are dead, all dead within 30 days, but most of those men were sitting at the top of Russia's energy empire. And even myself, I didn't even know that Russia was exporting that much energy, oil and gas and all that. I knew they had a deal they got together with China, like 400 billion or more. Okay, I knew about that, but I didn't know they was dealing with all of the food and the grain and gas. And damn, these jokers, boy, they been at it. And so this thing that the U.S. government done sunk over $40 billion into Ukraine. And so I was hearing today, they talking about another $2 billion. But where's all the money going? Ain't nobody been given no itemized breakdown of who gonna get what. Biden jumping up asking for money from the government, and the government giving it to him. It's like, hey, give me $40 billion for Ukraine. All right, there you go. Hey, give me another $2 billion for Ukraine. There you go. Hey, yo, look, I need another $5 billion for Ukraine. All right, there you go. But you're not being told who getting that money and what they're doing with it. Now that's gonna bring me to the next thought. Biden, Joe Biden, and his son Hunter Biden. You know, when Donald Trump was telling them, y'all need to investigate them cat for what they doing in China and Russia, he told them that. Why did he say that? Because it's something that he knew. Yeah. It's something that he knew that motivate him to tell them, y'all need to investigate these guys for corruption. And come to find out, here this ding-dong son of Joe Biden, the president, leave his laptop with the technician for so long. Technician like, hey, what's up in here? You know, they human. They you know, curious. Ain't no telling what they done checked out on you. You leave your stuff with these clowns, and they go rummaging through it. And so they called it the laptop from hell. But now here it is. They telling us about this laptop, right? And they keep saying it's got video evidence on it. It's got incriminating evidence. Then they're talking about, he said the big guy, and the big guy was the president at the time vice president, right? But he's still up in there, right? And they just keep saying this thing about this laptop and all this incriminating evidence, but ain't nobody has been stopped to even come in and do a deposition about what the hell's on this laptop. Not Joe Biden, not Jill Biden, not Hunter Biden, none of them Bidens. So that leads me to believe what? If somebody that have incriminating information, video evidence, ain't nothing, it doesn't get any better than video, seeing you doing these things. And you remember when Biden was back there, senator, he stood up before and he said if a person have a piece of crack cocaine this size, like the size of a quarter, they're gonna go to jail 5 years right off the rip. He said no parole, no nothing, just 5 years straight sitting in the joint for a little piece of crack cocaine like this. Now his son has the video of him with all this crack cocaine on the scale. His dad, the president now. All right, the same man that said that back in the day is the president, and his son had 10 times more crack cocaine on that scale, and that boy's still walking free. Not only that, he walking around the room with a handgun, with no clothes on, and a whole prostitute. He's still going in and out of the White House at will, freely. He ain't locked up. You know the only reason why stuff like that can happen is it can only happen because a corrupt society don't step to the corrupt people that's corrupt in the society. And he's still moving around. Free as a jaybird, doing whatever he want to do. Still moving around. And that same corrupt person that is the president of the United States of America has said he done extracted billions and billions of dollars from the U.S. government for Ukraine and ain't told nobody diddly squat what bank account it was deposited in. How was the money sent over there? Wire transfer, a truckload of gold, a trainload of silver, or what? Just $40 billion gone, poof. And American people sitting up looking at CNN, believing that bullshit that Putin is waging an unprovoked war on Ukraine. And if you look at CNN, ABC, NBC, Fox, and all these other mainstream news media, and you listen to them, every last one of them is using the phrase unprovoked war. How is it that all your news anchors, people, are using the same line? Unless they lying. Yeah. They're using the exact same line. Unprovoked war. Wow. Unprovoked war. Wow. You know, this thing got started years ago, like they said in 2014. And a lot of those people over there in Ukraine are actually Russians. Yeah, did you know that? And relearning this stuff because, they was doing what they doing quietly, just going on about their business, living, doing their thing. And we was doing. Now all of a sudden this is the main news happening and everybody looking just like the old woman died up there. And then, white folks is mad because black folk ain't sad she dead. But that's just like the damnable heathen. He wants you to be sad because he died. And he the one that will beating your ass every day. And you ain't sad because he died? No. I'm so dead. Are you kidding me? This dude been my oppressor for all these years and ain't dead. And you think I'm finna be, oh, I'm so hurt that he dead and he ain't gonna be able to keep oppressing me. Nigga, get out of here. Yeah, but this thing been going on like 2014, and now they up there talking about some portion of Ukraine wants to be a part of Russia because their lives were so much better. Yeah, but then UCNNers are getting a whole different story. Unprovoked war, Russia got old, outdated, antiquated equipment, getting their behinds whooped. Now, Putin, y'all don't know, built a house called $1,200,000,000. And it covers the whole mountaintop. The highway is 25 miles long. This guy went up there and reported on it, and he went he thought he was going to get to the mansion, but he was stopped on the road by some security officers. And the officer's like, where y'all going? He said, oh, we just came to see Vladimir Putin house. No, dog, you ain't finna do that. Not today. Why not? This far as you can go. Are you invited? Mr. Putin waiting on you? He sent for you? So they radioed up and said, hey, man, we got two knuckleheads. What's your name? No, they ain't. Man, Putin don't know them clowns coming. They said, you got to turn around and go where you came from. So they're like, where the house at? This the driveway. It's that way. Oh, yeah, the house that way. 25 miles. Hold up. What are you talking about? The house that way, 25 miles. This is the driveway to the house, dog. And the house down there, 25 miles. So you saying this driveway is 25 miles long? It's 25 miles. So what they did, they couldn't go to the house. So they snuck up a drone. Little bitty drone with a camera. And they flew over the place. Looked like a daggone hotel. They say that house is worth $1,200,000,000. They had all on the internet a few months ago. Big crib. That's Putin house. Now this man living up in $1,200,000,000 house. And you think you're going to be walking around with some antiquated, rusted, outdated equipment? Come on, y'all. Come on, dog. Come on. I can't be the only smart person on the planet to read between the lines. I can't be the only smart person that don't fall for the bullshit. Y'all got to think with me now. Now, if Russia been over there selling all this oil and gas and energy and grain and food to the world, making billions upon billions upon billions, and Vladimir sitting up there in a house costs $1 billion too. You think his military gonna be old, rusted, antiquated, and outdated? America be talking a whole lot of bullshit about other people, and guess what? They the one be guilty of that stuff they be talking about. Oh yeah, you got old. Somebody told me, man, Air Force, that 51% of American Air Force is grounded because of parts and repair. I got to go check that out. That's what I was told. But that one I got to check out. They're talking about the morale of the U.S. military is ala panim. Ala panim in Hebrew is like on the floor. Wore out. The morale. I got to check that out. Then it was telling me that 51% of the Air Force is grounded. Parts, problems, whatever. I got to check that out. And so they telling the world Putin's military is rusted, antiquated. I don't believe that. Here's a man that just got through can't believe that. Especially if America's saying it. They telling you. Now, with Nancy Pelosi jumping around the world the way she has done these past, week or two, what have you, and with Putin and China hooking up, talking about whatever, it's too many major players moving around. It's a lot of activity happening. A lot of stuff going on. And then the American people, they got the American people so focused on crap. Then the president say the pandemic is over, but they still demanding people to wear masks. You see how much confusion is going on? And so they keeping you jacked up, stuck on stupid, while they run around doing what? Setting up the whole new world order? Now they out there talking about, in order for you to hold this job down, you got to take this chip under your skin. You see what I'm saying? And it's always people that be talking so much about what these people do. Bill Gates buying up all the farmland, Monsanto, the government doing this, Joe Biden doing that, Hunter Biden cackling, Kamala Harris can't answer questions. You know what I'm saying? And then, is she a woman? Is she a man? You can't say male and female. You can't say he and she. You don't know if Jesus is now all of a sudden Jesus is a trans. What they call him? What they call the man and the woman together? Like it's a man, part trans female trans. Man, then they saying Jesus he had a lover. Can you imagine that? Damn. Excuse me. I ain't mean to say that, but Shazam. I mean, it's just bat crazy. Black man hate the white woman hate the black man has sex with the white woman has sex with the black woman hate the black woman hate the black man hate the black woman. Now everybody jumping out, try the other race, now the other race sending your ass back because you're crazy. Ooh-wee. White women upset because won't nobody talk to them. Black woman mad because she single parent, got 2 children, she got raised. Now she's ready to pop off and explode, and a bunch of them have already popped off and explode. Black man mad because the system got his point down. And then the other black dude talking to the other black guy like, you crazy, ain't no racism. What are you talking about? We don't need reparations. You Negroes just need to pull yourself by the bootstrap like I did. He's Dr. So-and-somebody. Ooh-wee, good God Almighty. And you say America is your home. Man, I ain't never seen nobody that messed up in their own home. Every person that I ever went to in their house, they were pretty damn comfortable. You up in your house, you look pretty daggone comfortable. Everything up in here in your house is just like the way you want it. You bought that plant because you liked it and you put it right there. You got that couch because you like it and you put it right there. You bought them bed sheets, you like them and you put them on the bed. You got that dinette set because you like it and you put it in your dining room. You like them dishes, you got it because you put them on you eat off of them. You like that food, you got it because you like that chicken. All right, so the TV, you got that big old pretty TV because you like it. So what's my point? Everything in your house is set up the way you want it. Don't nobody come in your house and tell you how you need to do. You do the way you do because you want to do it up in your house. So that means what? You do it the way you want to do it up in your house because that's the way you wanted to do it, because the way you did it, that's what makes you comfortable in your house. So the bottom line is, when you're in your house, you comfortable. Because you got your house set up the same way. You could be paying rent. You could be paying mortgage. You could have wrote a check and bought it. Somebody could have gave it to you, could have won in a raffle. But the point is your house. You set everything up the way you want. And the way you set it up is the way you set it up to make you comfortable. You like it because of your house. But damn it, you run around America getting your butt whooped, police scared, blue light got you nervous, pissing on yourself. Karen come, white woman just say, oh, I'm comfortable in this restaurant. Too many Negroes in here. Manager say, you Negro got to get out. Because of one white woman, you say this is your house, this is your country. That's what you're telling me. That's what you're saying to me. This is your country. And you are the most uncomfortable people in your country. That foreigners come up in there and be more comfortable than you. You see what the white folks doing? They brought the white people in there, and when they brought them white refugees in there, they had them in beautiful facilities where the children had toys to play with, clean, air conditioning. They had food and drinks, and they processed them, shoved them straight to the right front of the line. All them other colored folks they had over there on the other side, with no toy, with no food. They were sitting there all day. And the white folk out of Ukraine, the blonde hair, blue eyes, they was already gone in America, got money, apartment laid out. Then the black people, they bust down there under a bridge, getting whooped around on a horse. Then you American gonna lie. No, that ain't what it is. That ain't. I mean, you see the guy up on the horse swing the strap on the brother down there in the water running the hill, and one guy, a little fool, trying to get something to eat. White man up on the horse beating the living crap out of her. And then American mainstream news media tell you that ain't what happened. They wasn't beating those people. Yes, hell they were. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. See, America, they like, you will see this right before your very eyes. And American people are so wicked, they say, but that ain't what happened. That ain't what you're seeing. Well, what am I seeing? He's only trying to guide them up out of the water so they won't drown. This is the kind of stuff America say to you. Man, I be got you, woof. And people go with that. That's the narrative that they say, but they control their TV. On their TV, on their network, they say whatever the world they want to say. But you in your country, if you see blue light, you panicking. Hell, you ain't even in your car. You walking through the shopping mall. You saw something blue and pissed on yourself. Oh, I thought that was the police. You're having nightmares and daymares for the blue light. But you in your country. Because you fought and your parents fought and my grandparents fought and died for this country. Yeah, right. You sure did. Fought and died for someone else to be comfortable in that country, not you. Not you. No, 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 no. And y'all still walking around with this crap. This is my country, our country. And you hear the old college-educated Negroes talking about, we have to do better than that. You know what? If after 400 years you knuckleheads ain't did no better than that, guess what? It ain't no better than that. You don't see what's happening? I remember one time my youngest sister told me, we were better off as slaves than we are now. Man, I hit the ceiling. I burst the, what? You can't even imagine how loud I screamed and hollered at that girl. My sister, my youngest sister. She told me, she said, man, please, we were better off when we were slaves than all these Negroes want to run around here today. Man, I just hit the ceiling. But you know what? I soon discovered what she was talking about. What my sister was talking about, we were better off as slaves. She was talking about slaves knew their land, their language, their culture, and who they were. She was just making reference to the black people in America today don't know their land, don't know their language, don't know their culture, and don't know who they are. She said they think they white folks running around here. She said they think America is the land of the free, the home of the brave. They think they're talking about us. My sister knew about the national anthem, the whole thing, and she knew when Francis Scott Key wrote that thing, he was praising the African brothers and sisters being killed. She knew about that. I didn't. I'm like, man, how she know? I don't know, but she knew about their whole national anthem was giving praise to them killing black people. My sister knew that, and that's why she said we was better off as slaves. Because as a slave, the slave knew their land, language, and culture, and so they knew they fought for something. Just like down there in Haiti, you're right. They Toussaint Louverture led that revolt and that fight against the European colonizer and whooped their butts. And that's why today Haiti's sitting out there, you know, under the Clintons on craps. Can't get nothing going. Because they're still mad behind that butt whipping. And then they were so evil, they made a Haitian pay them for the money that they would have made off of slavery. Can you imagine that? No, man. Wow. Unfreaking believable. And you got black folks running around talking about, oh, my country tears of thee. Good God Almighty. Man. You know, the main thing that we've been for America is food and fuel. That's all we have been as a people. You ever notice how every other nationality people can come into America and get their crap together and move on and be living large? They roll up in there, and in no time, they own a store. They got a business. And they so bold, they'll roll up in the hood. Like, okay, so you just showed up from your country. But how is it that you come into the hood of the hood where a normal person in this country don't even go to. Polices don't even go in the hood of the hood. You can call the police up there if you want to. They'll come so far and like, hey dog, you're gonna have to crawl to us. Hello, coming this way. They not going up in there. Cause see, y'all don't know that 2 cops went up there in the hood in Chicago. All that place they talking about black folk killing black folk, which that ain't true. Cause white folks get those latex masks that they make in Hollywood, put on themselves, and they look just like a black guy. All you gotta do is put a pair of shades on, and the shades don't have to be that dark, just dark enough that you can't see the blue eyes. And then they got the gloves, and you look just like a black man. Put a shirt on, you can't even tell that's a white boy under there. And so they come just shoot on the weekend, black folk. And you have to ask yourself, all these shooting taking place over the weekend, if the block turned up hot, the block don't wait till the weekend. They go down any day of the week. And so now all of a sudden, all these shooting take place in Chicago over the weekend. But dig this, how many cases been solved that you know about? All you hear about is black folk killing black folk in Chicago over the weekend. That's when them white boys is off work, they go into Chicago and they be shooting black people. And nobody get caught. You never hear nothing about, oh, we caught the shooter. Come to find out it was Billy and Bob come down from Alabama and just riding around in the truck looking like black folk with these latex masks on. Oh, y'all don't know about that. Okay. Say no. Keep on believing that crap. Go ahead on. It's your bad self. You know, your country. Go on up in there and vote some more. Do the same stuff we've done. Look, I'm 61, man. We did that 50 years ago. We voted, we marched, we protested, we begged, we hollered and screamed. You know what I'm saying? We marched to the end of the road. We voted up on a black president. How did it work out for you? Now you got a black president, black vice president with a Jewish husband. How that's working out for you? No. You know what I'm saying? We done did all that. We done prayed our lips off. We done prayed to every type of creator on the planet. We done black folks as Hare Krishna, black folks as Jews. I see them running around up in here. Black folks done popped up with cookies on their head up there in Jerusalem, weaving and bobbing like the white folk. How that working out for you? You know what I'm saying? Black folks Muslim, black folks Hindu, black folks Protestant, black folks everything. How's it working out for you, black man? No, this dude, he come up in your neighborhood, in the hood of the hood, that the police say, you got to crawl to me, brother. We not coming in there. And in Chicago, you talking about black folk killing black folk. Y'all don't know when the Chicago police went up into the hood. Let me show you how this works, man. They don't show you this. Black unity is power. These 2 cops had the audacity to go up in the hood in Chicago. Oh, they had a real serious brain fart. And they gonna go up in there and lock a brother up, put the brother in handcuffs in the hood. They didn't go to the edge. They bold. See, they done got real damn bold. But what they didn't know is these brothers, all of them been to prison. And they all got guns. Everybody out there in the street was violating their parole. They all been to prison. They all on parole. They all can't have guns. And every last one of them was strapped. I ain't talking about no 22s or Saturday Night Special. These jokers got heavy artillery. So they having to look out and see the 2 cops locking up the brother that they knew. You know how they do their little call. Whoop, whoop. Next thing you know, it's about 15, 20, 30 brothers out there. Clock, 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 clock. And they said, take them handcuffs off him. Them 2 cops looked around and saw them black men with weapons in the face of Flint, no fear. Take them handcuffs off. That's all they said. Them cops took them handcuffs off the brother. The brother walked back behind the brother with the gun. And they said, get your ass out of here. And they got in them cars and eased off. Never came back. Never came back. But you didn't hear about that on mainstream news, how when black men stand together as one, that's the greatest fear of the white man. Your penis ain't the white man's fear. Your black unity is the white man's fear. That's what they're afraid of, black retribution. They know what they done did. They already know what they done did. The white folks ain't stupid. They know the shit that they doing. They afraid of black people finally waking the hell up and fighting against it. That's what they worried about. That's why they keep talking about taking guns. They ain't finna try to take no gun from white people. They take the gun from black people. You understand? So here you got foreigners roll up in the neighborhood, in the hood of the hood. And I'm telling you about this place in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't want you to think I'm blowing smoke up your nose. I'm telling you the truth. All right, and it's a place in Atlanta, Georgia, over there off of I-85. Right. Matter of fact, my cousin used to live over there. She's dead now. She gone on, but she used to live over there. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's over there past that golf course. I'm trying to think of the name. It's in the hood of the hood. I mean, this is like, whew, wow, deep. It's like you go up in there, you pass through certain portion of the hood, and then you go in this one corner. That's it. That's it. That's ground zero of the hood right there. And believe it or not, there's a nasty, terrible looking store right there, package store. All right, and so me, hey, I ain't scared. You know what I'm saying? I've been in Israel, man. We catch bombs over here all the time. We deal with Hamas and all kind of, folks got guns. Everybody got guns. So I mean, I ain't scared of the brothers. Then I'm the type spirit. I've been all over the world. I had guns on me and fights and all shit. Man, we was down at the border, Egypt and Israel. Israeli soldier put his gun on my nose, and my commander had me to walk him down with the gun on my nose. So I ain't scared of nothing, So I roll up in there, and I'm driving this big, beautiful black Dodge Charger, black on black, black exterior, triple black, black interior, and then I had audacity to have my black outfit on, black switch shirt, where you sweat the shirt off, fit real good, and I'm kind of like loped up at that time because I've been living down there in Florida, right, lifting weights twice a day. I had twice a day workout, 4-5 days a week. I hit at 5 in the morning, to 6:30, right? Jump to the job, work, then come back in the afternoon. Old bro had a 6-pack. I was loped up pretty good. So I roll up in there in my big Dodge Charger, right? And I got on all black and black gold. And see, I like gold watches, ring. I like jewelry, right? Nice chain, and I got the thing on your wrist, what they call that? Bracelet, gold bracelet. Got a nice, big, pretty gold watch I bought when I was out in Las Vegas. A couple of diamond rings on one hand, white diamond on the other. So this is how I walk, get out the truck. I'm in the hood. Now I look like I'm supposed to just be robbed as soon as I got out that truck. But you know what? Not none of them brothers came to me. Why? It's the power that emanate. See, that whole thing about that spirit, by me being in Israel and being in and out of the pyramids and walking this land and doing the things that I know to do and learning the secrets I got when I was in Africa and coming back to Israel and elevating them, don't nobody approach me wrong, partner. All they see is a walking power plant on 2 feet, and they just gotta respect it. Like, wow. All these people around here, all them brothers on the corner standing out there trying to get $1 to buy a beer, and all them other folks laying over there on the ground, and these jokers sitting around the store. I mean, it just looked like a bunch of bugs, man. This job was crazy, but these human beings, I mean, they shot out beyond shot out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't, nobody got no money. And I'm like, why the hell is the store here? And how is the store even in business when these your people hanging all around? And I mean, you got to be a bold joker to walk past all of that. I slide up in there, big, brand new Dodge Charger, shiny, big diesel engine, and I slide out dressed all black. I got a gold watch, a gold bracelet I wore on the same with next to the watch, right? And then I got another gold bracelet on my right wrist. I got 2 horseshoe gold diamond ring on my left hand, pink in the other ring finger, and then I got a white diamond ring on my right hand. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a big gold nice chain. That's 7 pieces of gold on. When I slide out of that rig with all that black on, that gold, them jokers look like, what the hell? I mean, it's like everybody just stopped and started staring. Like, how you gonna come up in here shining like that, brother? You don't see where you at? Yeah, I see where I'm at. But how you gonna risk yourself? Don't you know these people will rob you? No, they're not gonna rob me. How you know that? You folks ain't gonna bother me because you don't know who I am. So I go on up in the store, and it's a line of people in there look just like they ain't never had no luck, good luck. Terrible, man. I'm like, wow. And so I look around, this place looked like a real S-hole. Man, Trump talking about some S-hole countries, that's it right there in that store. And then I look to the left, and there's the booth that the guys is working in. And see, since I've been to several different countries, when I look at the guys, I know they was India. They look like they might have been from Calcutta, Bombay, or someplace like that. You know, that straight black hair, dark skin, looking down on these Negroes like they some roaches. I say, look at them, bunch of bandits. I know them all. So I look around the store, and you know, the floor tile was missing out of the store, out of the floor. And if you wasn't careful, you could have tripped up in there. Then I walked down the aisle. You know, most of that stuff was outdated, like not months, but a year or two old. And they still got it on the shelf selling it to the people. Outdated food. Then, right there at the front door, like as soon as you come in, was two big containers of beer, ice, and water. You know, cold beer. Now, at that time, I was still drinking beer, right? And so I love cold beer. At the time, I wouldn't drink that beer unless it was cold, right? Don't play that. And so that beer was like, man, in the ice water, whew, like a beer commercial. But then when you look at what kind of beer it is, it's malt liquor. Coke 45, Schlitz malt liquor, Bull, Old English 800, that old kind of beer like that. It wasn't no Heineken or Three Philosophers, wasn't no craft beer. It's all that malt liquor stuff, right? Kind of stuff gets you so drunk you don't even know what day it is. And so I look at it, and it's all $1 a can. It's a big can, 16 ounce, you know, $1. Wow. So you get you $1, you get your big cold one. And I mean, it was hot outside. Atlanta, Georgia, man, please, that cold beer, that shit look good, right? And so I ease on back to the refrigerator. The refrigerator over there, shut up. I said I was born in Atlanta, Georgia. And if I'm saying the wrong refrigerator or whatever, you know, shut up. You know I was born in Atlanta. You know what I'm talking about, the refrigerator. Leave me alone, get out of here. So anyway, I go back there to where they got the beer in the cooler, the refrigerator, right? And I look back there, and 6-pack of beer is $2.99, right? Same beer they got out there for $1. Back here is $2.99. I'm like, I'll be damned. Look at that. So this bandit got all this single cold beer in the ice right at the front door for $1. And when I went out there, every one of them bros standing out there had a can of beer in the left hand and $1 in the right hand. And the dude standing up there, the two Indian crumbs was up there. They was in this booth, you know, like the bank. When you go through the drive-thru at the bank, they behind that big old bulletproof glass. That's what these clowns was in. And they had a silver stainless steel box that they slid out, just like you was in the bank. Same deal. Yep, same deal. So I'm standing there looking at the brothers, about 5 of them. They all had a cold beer, $1 in their hand. And the last brother in line, I say, hey, bro, let me holler at you right quick. The way I look, they just so much respect. Because I look like either I was an incredible mob boss, gangster, but you don't come in the hood dressed like that unless you something. You know, it's just like I was so overwhelming to everybody that didn't nobody know how to take me. The only thing they could do was just respect me. So when I asked the brother, I said, say, my brother, how you doing? He's sorry. I said, listen, can I speak to you right quick? I want to tell you something. It's back here at the beer refrigerator. I want you to see something. He said, yeah, big dog. That's what he said, yeah, big dog. So he went back. He had his can of beer and his $1. He said, what's up, big dog? I say, look, you see that that 6-pack right there is $2.99. He said, yeah, big dog. Yeah, $2.99. I said, but the beer you got in your hand is $1. He looked at it. Yeah, you're right. You're right, big dog. Where we going with this? I said, what I'm saying, my brother, is that you can get 6 beers for $2.99, $3. So it's like back here, the beer is 50 cents a can, right? $3, you can get 6 beer. But if you go out there and get a dude $1 a can, you're only getting 3 beers for $3. He said, so what you saying, big dog? What you saying? Talk to me, big dog. Come and talk with me. I said, bro, you get more beer for less back here if you buy by the 6-pack at $3. He's all dog. He's all dog. Oh, big dog. You talking about I got to come up with 3 of these squares? Oh, man. Big dog, I stand out on the corner all day for this $1, man. By the time blood get through with that $1, man, blood just want to get cold beer, man. You know what I'm saying, big dog? I mean, I'm out here on this corner like that, big dog. I'm trying. I mean, you know, I ain't put it down like you, big dog. You like you can buy the whole damn store. You know what I'm saying, big dog? Man, I'm just, man, I'm begging up here on this here $1 like that, big dog. It take me all day, man. By the time, you know, I get the dub, but man, I just come on in and give me a call. I get on back out there. I said, yeah, I understand, bro. I understand. I said, okay, bro. You know, that's all I want to tell you, man. You have a good day. You too, big dog. Big dog. Appreciate it. Appreciate that, big dog. Big love, man. Love you, bro. Love you. So he went on up there, gave the Indian that $1. $6 for a 6-pack. I dare in that vat. And if he could sell the 6-pack in the refrigerator for $2.99, you know he's making a profit. If he's selling for $3, he probably paid $1 for it, the 6-pack. So if he paid $1 for the 6-pack, you know, I'm just hypothetical, right? If the Indian paid $1 for the 6-pack, he turned around and sold it $2.99. That's still a $2 profit on the 6-pack. But when he take it out the 6-pack, put it in that vat out there with the ice water, he sit out there all day, ice cold. Now he's selling $1 a can. So instead of making $2 profit off the 6-pack, now he's making $5 profit because he's selling them as $1 a can. That's in the hood. And he's an Indian. Probably from Calcutta, Bombay, or Timbuktu, wherever the hell he's from. But he working in the hood of the hood. And you know, show you how bad this place is. When I went out, I did my investigation. They had a nice brand new car parked behind at the back door of the building. But I'm not talking about at the back door out there, you walk across the parking lot. They had that door, they had that car positioned to where as soon as they opened the back door, the way they had the car positioned is that the door, the driver's door, when he opened it, it opens right up to the building, and he opened the door to the building, and he step out and step right in the car and drive off. He don't even have to walk across the parking lot, which will not give nobody time to come get him. You see that? That's the way these people doing this, man. But they up in there selling that beer, $6 for a 6-pack, and outdated food. And they doing it every day. And some of those brothers, I'm sure, done served in the military, put their life on the line for that country. And that's what they had to come home to. Because why? Government don't give a fly and flip. And that's your country. You ain't never heard the stories about the brothers in the VA administration? The Veterans Administration trying to get something? Now, these government officials is running around the world up to something. And I'm pretty sure by the time we find out what it is, our butts will be running for cover. Because they done did something. You know what I'm saying? You all don't know that Vladimir Putin has tried on several occasions to diplomatically negotiate to a peace. All the man want is for NATO to not encroach up on his border. That's like a bad neighbor that you know is a bad neighbor is trying to build his house right there on your border. And you know he bad news. It ain't like, you know, hey, we got a new neighbor, baby. Oh, okay, great. Let's go meet the new neighbors, or the new neighbors come over and say, I'm the new neighbor. No, no, no. These jokers, you know they're a problem. Would you want them to move next to you? No. Sure don't. So Vladimir Putin knows NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, nations, backed by and controlled by America is a problem. You all don't know that America has been saber rattling and threatening the bear for years. 2014, Putin has been fighting to maintain his sovereign nation. Just like he said the other day, y'all ain't listen to him because America won't let him talk. He said that, you know what, sanctions are real good for us. He got to hear this because your president of America telling you sanctions destroying Russian economy, the sanctions doing that. You know what Putin said about the sanctions? He said them sanctions is good for us. The more the better. Why? Because it put them in a position where they don't have to deal with nobody else and don't have to answer questions. They just operate. And he said since they've been able to operate like that freely without having to go through all this international bullshit, he said they're making more money like they ain't never made before. Because now they can deal direct with the people they need to deal with without having to go through this international bullshit controlled by America that's keeping them from really flourishing. Because America don't want nobody else to come up. They want to control everything, screw up everybody's program, and keep themselves in position as opposed to letting people just work. Why the hell is America so damn worried about somebody else coming up? It's enough for everybody. When you running around and got a few ugly heathen lying about every damn thing, screwing everything up, that's the problem. We ain't got but one issue on this damn planet, and they see damn Americans running around screwing up everything, lying like hell to everybody. That's the only issue. When you look up everybody else just minding their business. How in the hell I didn't know Russia was doing all that stuff? Why? Because Russia was minding Russia business and not bothering nobody. How the hell you look up America got 900 military bases all across the world? It ain't but 7 seas they talking about. America got 11 cruise ships on the 7 seas. For what? For freaking what? All these people is trying to do is work. You see all these vehicles moving around. It's just after 4 o'clock, right? See all these vans moving around. What are they doing? They picking up workers back and forth to the factory. These folks is going home trying to be with their little family in their 1, 2, 3 bedroom apartment, get a little bite to eat, and get some sleep, and gonna come back and do it again tomorrow, all the way up until Friday. Look at that, just them trucks running all over the place. You see what kind of vans they are? Like them 18-seaters. That's all that's moving right now. Buses picking up workers, taking them back and forth all over the place. These people ain't worried about nothing. They ain't up in the government trying to start nothing with nobody. But then when you look up America, they're always in somebody's business. Doing stuff. Screwing up stuff. Lying about everybody except themselves. Everybody wrong except them. And y'all sitting up there, CNN, believing it. Believing it. Like some nitwits. Talking about Russia's unprovoked war with Ukraine. Let me say this before you go. Hold up, stop, don't go nowhere. You know why Ukraine, all this shit really jumped off with America? Is because Biden administration and most of these politicians and corrupt businessmen, they was laundering their money through Ukraine. See, Afghanistan became a problem over there real deep because they was running into military opposition of the Afghanistan people that didn't want America in their operating cause. You know, America was dealing with that poppy. You talking about the opium epidemic in America? Where the hell you think they got the opium from? Walmart? Huh? You think they got a big deal of opium off of Whole Foods? Hell no, they got the opium out of Afghanistan. And so the Afghanistan people, the military whooping their butts and all, man. They was attacking their military bases, wearing their behinds out. And this is more Afghanistan raising up against what America doing, choking their country to death for that daggone opium. You talking about this family talking about, you know, they produced the opium painkillers that killed so many Americans Them folks ain't going to prison. You can stop that. They have billions of dollars that they'll catch this business up in the court until they dead and gone. Their third or fourth generation just go to court and sit there. Ain't nothing gonna happen to them. But where you think they would get the opium from? So once Afghanistan became such a problem, such a headache, they had to find somewhere else that they could do their dirty business. And that fool president, Zelensky, yeah, y'all heard about the movie where he acted as a president. Now they made him the president, and they made that punk a president because he had danced to America's beat, and he done got rich playing along with him. And what have they been doing? They've been washing their dirty money through Ukraine like you wouldn't believe it. All type of front companies, all type of bullshit, and everybody knew it. But when nobody saying nothing, because the president was in on it. It was all good. And Putin knew it. And at the same time, they pushing up on Russia. So you all sitting over there, listening to all this crap being fed to you by your United Snakes of America government through their news propaganda. Those people are not news anchors, they're news actors. And they feed you a bunch of bullshit constantly. And you thinking Vladimir Putin is the worst man. I even seen pictures of Putin right next to, they put Hitler picture up and Putin there together. All that psychological warfare. 8 of Putin's top men, especially in the energy area, are dead. They already at war. You talking about the energy crisis? Putin told them, hey, y'all got to buy this either in gold, silver, or Russian rubles. That's it. Now, what did that do to the American dollar? You know, the euro, the dollar has dropped below the euro now. Over here, the shekel was, it's been around 3 shekels to the dollar, 3.10. I went in the other day, that shekel is 3.44, almost 3.5 shekel again. The shekel is stronger, get next to the dollar. You see that? So what I'm saying is that the bottom has already fell out of America economy and everything. You're just running on autopilot right now, okay? You're just running on automatic. Now, when the ish hit the fan, to a point where it trickles down to where the everyday people see the ish done hit the fan, it's going to be too late. And can you imagine this? You don't have no land to grow nothing on. Bill Gates and the U.S. government done bought it all, and the rest China. Man, I was listening to this report 2 days ago how the Chinese has bought so many thousand acres of land. But dig this, out west, they done bought the land right next to military installations. Now, how ironic is that? Hold it. How you mean to tell me y'all sitting up talking all this yank about China, but you selling Chinese land right next to U.S. military installation? Man, see, y'all don't know about that. Y'all think I'm up here just yakety, man. Yes, how ironic, and what the hell is going on? You sitting up talking about Xi Jinping is flowing with Russia now? And you talking about China being a threat to national security? China this, China that, Russia, China, Kim Jong-un. But America is selling land right next to the military installation to China. China that owns the land. And that means Chinese go out there and do whatever they want. It's their land. You can't sell nobody the land there and dictate to them what they can and can't do. The Chinese ain't gonna go for that. So they can go down there and build whatever the hell they want, be spying on the military. Man, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Your country is being destroyed from inside out. Brother asked me, why is it that you keep up with so much with this America thing and over here? I said, because I love my people. It's just that simple. I love y'all. It ain't no big, hard, complicated explanation with no fat words you gotta look up in the dictionary. I love you. Black folks, Nubian people, people of color, however you want to call yourself African descendants, Haitians. I love y'all. You my people. I mean, what kind of crap would I be if I didn't love you? Who would I love that I would think would be more willing to love me back? People from Ukraine? You think I'm in love with the Ukrainians? You could see how they did. Our people, when the ish hit the fan over there, told that girl pregnant, you gotta walk. She said, oh, I'm pregnant, but I can't walk. They put a dog on the train before her. Now, if you Negroes ain't got it by now, you'll never get it. And just like my sister said, man, slave was better off. We were better off as slaves than nowadays because these Negroes don't know who they are. My mama used to say, Negro, you don't know the difference between your hole and a hole, your asshole and a hole in the ground. You're so dumb. I mean, I made my mother mad one time. She told me that. I never forgot that. She said, your ass so dumb, you don't even know the difference between your asshole and a hole in the ground. you know, man, you know. Oh, boy. You know, our parents could whoop our butt through our ears. They didn't have to raise the belt. Just say stuff to her. She told me that one time. I don't know what it is I'd done, but I never forget. She done went on. She made 89 years, almost made 90, and she went on, right? But I remember her telling me that. I was a little boy. I did something stupid. I don't know what it was, but I definitely remember her telling me, boy, you so dumb. You don't know the difference between your asshole and a hole in the ground. And I stopped. And, you know, it's like, what did you say? Man, that jack caught me so bad. I'm like, what the smoke my mama just tell me? And then you know what's crazy? My butt was sitting there trying to think about it. Like, am I that dumb? The hole in the ground? You know, they could say stuff to you, man, back there in them days that would just shut you down. You just be finished. Yeah. Oh, another occasion I remember. She said, Negro, I don't care if you black grow through this roof. As long as you in my house, you going to follow my rules, nigga, right? And then she said, whenever you feel you too damn big to abide by my rule, we can handle it two ways, young brother. I said, what's that, mama? She said, I'll whoop your ass till the cows come home, or you can get the hell out of my house. And was dead serious. But you know what messed me up the most is them cows. The cows, man, it's like the cows. It's just like the hole in the ground, my butthole. That I'm like, what? And then on the other case, she said, well, whoop your ass till the cows come home. What? You know what was crazy? I'm like, where the cows at? And how long it's gonna take to get home so I can in turn calculate how long this ass whipping gonna last. Oh man, this is crazy. This is crazy, boy. Miss Crowder. She said, I'm gonna whoop your ass till the cows come home. And because I didn't, first of all, that messed me up so bad. Like, okay, I didn't know where the cow was at. And then by me not knowing where the cow was at, that meant I didn't know how long it was gonna take the cows to get home. And then who home? My home, they home, where they home, where they coming to? So all that kind of stopped me in my tracks because I didn't know how long the ass whipping gonna last. So I said, you know, I better stop now before she start whipping my ass, because if she do and them cows don't show up, that ass whipping could last a long time. That's what they just do, you know. I whoop until the cows come home. so she never got to whoop me, cause that straightened me up, man. You know, they can talk to you so bad. I ain't gonna tell you about the one where she said she gonna jump down my throat, whoop my ass from the inside out. Oh, Miss Crowder, she had to handle me, cause I was the youngest son, right? Thought I was the baddest thing ever on the planet. Mom had to handle me, but what she did, she handled my mind. You don't care if you grow through the roof. We gonna handle it two ways. So I'm gonna whoop your ass till the cows come home, or you can get the hell out of my house. Getting out the house, I never got to thinking about leaving the house. It was me and them cows. That was the issue. Then another day, I'm gonna get smart. What? Nigga, I'll jump down your throat and whoop your ass from the inside out, nigga. You won't even see it coming. What? did you say? Oh man, she gonna whoop me from the inside out. You ever heard anything like that? Man, they'll tell you that. Them parents back in them days, they didn't play. They was parents. You know what I'm saying? And all of my children grew up just like that. And every one of my 6 children are on the ball over here in Israel. Never no night the police call, never no jail, never no drug addiction, never no smoking and going crazy and wilding out. They party, have fun. They laugh and joke with each other. It'd just be a ball, like all comedians. When the 6 of them get together, it'd just be like a comedy show. You know, they love each other. And we love them. They love me. I love them. I'm not one of those fathers where my children, they blow up. Oh, man, my daddy wasn't there. My daddy left my... No. My youngest son, entertainer. He make music and shows and DJ and all that kind of stuff. He making videos, doing real good. So they gave him a big interview. And he really made me feel good. And the guy asked him, where you get your musical talent from? Because he's, he's so young, so good. He said, well, my father... he was a DJ. He was a great DJ. He DJed in America and DJed over here in Israel. So, he had something to do with it. And then my mother, when I was a little still in my mother's stomach, she used to play music all the time. And she said, so when I was born and started crawling, they had a speaker on the floor in the bedroom. She said I used to crawl over to the speaker and put my ear to it. But it made me feel good when he said my father was a DJ, because a lot of time, man, brothers just these like, oh, my dad left me, my mother raised me by herself, all that kind of stuff. But I've been fortunate, and I've talked to y'all enough. Just been over here running my mouth, and I know you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too. But yeah, Miss Crowder told me she gonna jump down my throat and whoop my ass from the inside out. Woof. Y'all know, man. I never got them whooping. She knew how to do that. Her talk whooped me was enough. Woo. And don't I ain't gonna tell you about my grandmother, man. One time, I don't know what I was doing. My mother took me to my grandmother. My grandmother never raised a hand, but I was crying like I was being beat with a wrought iron. My grandmother was talking to me. I ain't gonna tell y'all about that though. You don't wanna hear about that. You don't wanna hear about that. Anyway, look, I had a good time with you. Hour. We laughed, we talked, we joked. I said some things. Just hope you thought about it, and I hope I leave you in a state of just thinking. These bandits in this world and these governments, man, they just warmongers. That's all it is to it. They just can't leave, just can't leave it alone. Okay, just can't let you just live. Damn it, ain't nobody doing nothing. It's them. A bunch of old white men and women screwing up stuff. Just won't let the people live. Every time you look up, the people come up with great invention and great, ways to improve life on planet Earth. But them fools cut it off because money. Oh no, you'll mess up my money. Y'all know 75% of the gas that goes to your car is waste to come out as exhaust. Did you know that? 75% of fuel is wasted on this planet. Comes out as exhaust. Don't even get used. And why? Because some bandit sitting over there somewhere selling you fuel is just evil as hell, self-centered, and thinking about how he can sell more and more and more. And the dude got in his personal bank account $130 billion that he ain't even touched. But he's sitting up thinking of ways to make more money. You know what? They have convinced me. Some of these wealthy heathens on the planet have literally convinced me that they are actually batshit crazy. They're insane. Because how you gonna have $132 billion, $180 billion, $200 billion? Then your ass is still working like you ain't got but $1. Because in their psyche, In their mindset, they're afraid if they stop, they'll get broke. Because the only thing all them people share in common is once you get your money, protect it. Next thing, don't get broke. These are the kind of guys that'll dive out the window and kill themselves. They wind up broke. And they psychotic with it, man. You got $280 billion, right? You got a yacht cost you 80, 90, $100 million, whatever. And you can spend $10 million a year on maintenance. You know, $4-5 million a month on a crew that drives around, and you ain't even there. You somewhere in one of the mansions you living in. Flying around on private jets, riding around in chauffeur-driven Rolls Royce, landing on top of building, the helicopter. You go down in the building. All the other suckers come up in the building. You come from your yacht out there in the bay in Miami. When I worked in Miami, the tower crane, I used to see this guy. He used to go out there, float out the bay in Miami. And that last bridge out there, he would go just to that bridge and just anchor there. Then these other little boats would go out there, right? And you see these cats stepping off the little boat onto the back of the yacht where they shoot suits, and now they take out their shit case. And the old boy had his shorts and little colored shirt. And you know, he sit down with the dude with the suit, and a woman come out there in her bikini serving drinks. And they sit there and chop it up for whatever, you know, a few minutes, however. Then old boy get back on the little boat with the suit and come on back in the bay. And then old dog stand out there with the girl, you know, and whoever on the boat, they having a ball. And I guess old boy with the suit and that shaker was his top dog in whatever business he was dealing with, right? Came out there to get instructions off the back of the yacht. And so the yacht was 3-story with a helicopter on it. One day I remember seeing a helicopter take off, came right past me, because in them towers down there, we like 650 feet. Building them 6-story towers down on Brickell Key, 8th Street, right there in Miami. Crossing them banks you ain't never heard of, State Bank, Ocean Bank, Trust Bank. Them banks built Miami off the drug money. You don't know nothing about that. And so the guy come in, and I watch me land on top of the sky.